Hello, Jeremy here from Premier Pools. I just wanted to go ahead and shoot this video to talk about Plan B or Plan C. Obviously, Plan A is not going to work because this big, beautiful tree over here has a root system that is encroaching upon our pool space. So what we had to do was change things up a little bit. I came over today, talked to Travis, and Travis, you let me know, you showed me those routes, you showed me where we need to move everything. This blue X right here is basically where we marked those routes. And so we want to make sure that anything dropped down to the deck level, which I'm going to call zero elevation, which is going to equal your concrete underneath the house. We'll call that zero. We need to make sure that anything that is at an elevation of zero is going to be to the right of that X. So everything to the left would be fine, but we need to make sure to the right we're not dropping that decking down any further past that blue X right there. All right, so what does that mean? That means that basically I had moved, you can see here, if we zoom in here, I have not changed where there we go. I have not changed where that planter is yet, or how big that planter is yet. So the deck and the wall used to come out to the edge of this planter, but I've moved it in all the way so that we can avoid that blue X right there. Now this is Plan B. This Plan B gives us 4 feet of space. So if I go ahead and go to 2 dimensions here, and we look at a top-down view, you can see we have 4 feet on the right of the pool, and then we have 4 feet to the left of the pool. 4 feet really is my go-to width for a walkway as far as the minimum walkway I like around a pool. Of course, you can go 3 feet. 3 feet will be fine for wheelchair access, but it's a little tight in my opinion. So what I like to do is make sure that you have 4 feet of total walking space around the sides of this pool here. So we have a foot of coping and then another 3 feet of decking. If we go back to 3D, we're going to see that that's plenty of space to walk by. Now I have not changed where this side of the wall is over here. It's still butting up against the corner of the house, which is exactly where it's always been. The back side of the deck has not changed. We've kept that exactly where it's at. All I've done is I've moved the wall over here on the, from this perspective, on the right, I've moved this over to the left, probably about 3 feet in total. So you can see here that I've also moved this over, giving us more planter space, so it's freeing up a lot of space in here. So you can put some more landscaping in there if you like. So once again, that's Plan B. The cool thing about Plan B and C is the fact in order to, all I had to do in order to make this work was to shrink the pool 9 inches in length. So you see instead of 30 inches, or 30 feet rather, we're at 29.3, which is 9 inches shy of that original 30-foot mark. Everything else has stayed exactly the same. So we still have adequate walking space on the sides. We still have your planter over here just like it was before on the right side next to the fence. And we didn't have to move the pool back at all. All we've done is move the pool a little bit over to the right, and we lost 9 inches to make sure we have 4 feet of walking space on both sides. So once again, let's look at that 3D view. This X is where those roots are. We have to have everything from this perspective to the left of that X, which we've done in this view right here. So this is going to result in less decking altogether. So obviously Tommy will have to kind of recalculate how much decking. In fact, I can tell him right now what we've got in the primary deck area is now going to be 1,049 and a half. So let's call it 1,050 square feet of decking material there. All right, so let's take a look at Plan C so I can show you the difference. Looking at Plan C, so let's get this into view. So you're going to notice in the 2D view, let me clean this up again, get rid of some of these things that are just kind of clogging up everything. A little bit easier to see now. All right, so you can see we still have 4 feet of walkway on each side. The only difference here is that I left the deck basically where it was next to the stairs from Plan A, right? So Plan A as long, like this area is fine. We can avoid roots over here, so we can leave all of that deck right there. What I did was I made more of a circular step down. I didn't want this step to come any closer to the pool because I don't want to close up this walkway at all. So what I did was I rounded out this step. I gave you a nice, you know, a nice step to walk to. So you can get down this walkway and you can step off in any direction. I'm having a hard time deciding which plan I like better. Everything in this plan is exactly the same as the Plan B, except that we kept the decking over here by the steps going up to your house, and we curved this little step right here, right? So, but otherwise, you still only have lost 9 inches of length on the pool. You have 4 foot walkways on each side of the pool. The back side of the pool has not changed at all. We didn't change the seating area. I kept that exactly the same size. So once again, we're only looking at, whoops, a lot of stuff to look at there. We're only looking at a loss of 9 inches in length of that pool. And like I had mentioned before, we can go ahead and just credit you with a change order and credit you back on your final payment for the pool. And that's typically what we do when we have any change orders after construction or demo has started. So once again, that is your Plan C. You get a little bit more decking over here, a little bit different step coming down, and we're still able to avoid the roots because we're pulling this whole area in closer to the pool, and that'll allow us to get away with not having to damage that tree. So those are my 2 options. I really don't think we need a third option. You know, like if I have to, I can kind of dream something up, but I really think that this is the best way to go, either Plan B or Plan C, because it's going to be as close to the original plan as possible, and I kind of like this Plan C the more that I'm looking at it. So, but it's completely up to you. I'm sending this to, obviously, you, Travis, and Lisa. It's going to Tommy, and I'll make sure it goes to my team as well. And once you decide on an option, we'll go ahead and get the ball rolling and lay it out with that option. I'll let you know what your credit is going to be for the pool, and then of course Tommy will have to adjust his numbers as far as the you know, materials needed for the decking, because we're losing some decking here. So, and that wall probably has changed a little bit in length overall as well. So with that said, thank you very much. I appreciate you watching the video, and if you have any questions, just shoot me a text or give me a call. Thank you.